Now, how can you identify yourself as somebody who needs to practice mindful eating? What type of thing would I be doing? What would my relationship with food look like?
Okay, various things, but I think the most obvious one, and the one where my interest started, would be people who binge eat. In other words, a binge is something where you eat an amount of food in a short period of time, far more than the normal person would eat. You don't remember what you ate. You go into kind of what we call an eating amnesia, and there's a total loss of control. They simply cannot stop that. Once they start, it's almost like a binge drinker. When they start, they can't stop. That's one category. And then it would also be people who have been, and it's often the same people, who have been on numerous diets. They can recite every single diet in the book, and they lose weight, sometimes substantial amounts, like 20 kilograms, and then they pick it all up again. I'm sure that you've seen people like that, met people like that, and in their lifetime they lose like 100 kilograms, but they just pick it back. And those are the people that know diets don't work, and we know diets don't work. And mindful eating is not a diet based, but it's a lifestyle. It's about, not about food, it's about feelings. So you can normally recognize the person who is eating for other reasons. They are eating when they are stressed, when they are tired, when they're overwhelmed, when things don't go their way. There may various reasons. It's not, everybody's not the same.
Now, we see on social media there is a movement of people who struggle with this type of binge eating, who've taken to stopping and either photographing their food or writing what they're going to eat down.
Yeah.
Is that in a way practicing mindful eating?
That is in a way. If you write it down, you have to take awareness of what you're doing. You cannot go into that automatic pilot. So that is most definitely a way, and we always do that. We start at least with that. And sometimes, just by doing that, people find that they understand what's going on, and they can actually slow down. Because mindful eating would be about slowing down, sitting down, and experiencing it. Because you know it takes about 20 minutes for your brain to register that your stomach is full. So if you eat massive amounts of food in a shorter period of time, you will only in 20 minutes realize that you've eaten too much. So mindful eating will become in contact with your body and your stomach hunger. So yes, writing down, and you also now find all kinds of applications. You can make it easier. And even at a later stage, I wouldn't do that in the beginning, but at a later stage you can actually, they can become mindful of the actual portions they're taking, of the actual kilojoules, of how much they are. So you give them a kind of a guideline. You know, with your body size, with the amount of exercise, you should be eating more or less this amount. But you're not telling them what to eat, although there are certain guidelines of, you would like them to eat food that are nutritious and give them energy, and not eat kind of something that in the next half an hour the blood sugar will drop and then they have to start eating again. So there's all little subtle things, but the basis of it is becoming aware of your eating in the here and now, and also accepting the body. You know, people with binge eating don't look at their bodies in the mirror. If they draw pictures of themselves, it's only the head. They never look at them. So I teach them to look in the mirror again, see if that is the image they want to project to the world. Is that who they are? And then accepting. That's how they are now. That's not resigning to it. But it's like an alcoholic. Once he can accept that he's drinking too much, then he can change.